Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to have some Division 20 online gameplay in the middleweight division. We're going to be using Robert Whittaker, my opponent's going to be using Diaz. And it was nice to see that my opponent was using a player that's not picked very often in Diaz. Obviously he's a legend and he was used a lot on UFC 3 because he was very overpowered in UFC 3. But this game obviously he's had a decrease in his stats, so he's not picked very often. I mean, this was the first time I came up against him, and the opponent I'm playing against, as you can see from the bottom with the badges, is obviously a very high level player. He's been in Division 20 from Season 2, 3 and the current Season 4, so when he picked him I obviously knew that it was going to be a good fight, and I was interested to see how he was going to use Diaz, because Robert Whittaker is the best fighter, I believe, in this division by far. He's the most picked and he's just ready for a brawl. So this opponent's in Division 15, but obviously you can see from his badges in the bottom that he has been in Division 20, so I knew he was going to be a high level player. So going into this fight, you know that Diaz's boxing and his jiu-jitsu is phenomenal. So, and I'm not sure what perks he has on this game, but I know he does a lot of damage with his hand. He's going to be very durable, very hard to finish, and he's going to have good stamina. So with the heavier weight classes, if you get clipped, it does a lot more damage and you lose the ability to take those shots. So my opponent's starting off very aggressive. He's getting me against the cage and he takes my back, and when he done this right here, I thought, okay, this is going to be a very long and tedious process, this fight, because he's done the right thing in he didn't shoot for the takedown because it could be denied. So he's taken my back, which would also be denied. I just didn't deny it in time, and he's working from the ground, which is a very smart thing to do with Diaz, because obviously his jiu-jitsu is phenomenal. And one thing that you need to worry about here is if he gets you in side saddle, if he denies a transition, he can go to that submission, and it's so quick and it's very hard to deny. So that was one thing I was trying to keep in mind, and I'm just trying to pick up on patterns, see what he's trying to do. As you can see, he's faking transitions, and I'm denying, I'm staying calm, just relaxing up. I want to keep my stamina bar full. As you can see, I'm denying transitions here. I managed to get to full guard, and to be honest, it's not where you want to be, because he has the rubber guard, and if he denies a couple of transitions, it'll be very difficult for me to get up. So I managed to get to half guard. I deny that. He's attempting to get me to his full guard. I get to side control. I get straight back up. I knew he could go straight to full guard. He could sweep me and go to full guard from there. So I don't really want to be on the ground with Robert Whittaker. Obviously, he's not got bad ground stats. He's got a very good wrestling. But compared to Diaz, it's just not a risk I was willing to take. So trying to box, trying to break his block. And as you can see, that was beautiful. He swayed, rocked me, and he gets me straight in the clinch. And as annoying as this is to fight against, it's a very good style. My opponent's doing a very good job, so he's getting the rock, he's driving me towards the cage, and obviously that's his game plan. It's obviously something he's worked on. He's throwing head kicks with Diaz as well, so I need to be wary of that. And right now he's showing me that he's got a lot of tools in his arsenal. As you can see, his boxing's very good. He's even throwing in elbows, so he's mixing up his strikes. He gets to the drop in. I wasn't expecting the takedown, he takes me down. And right here, I'm in the position I said I didn't want to be in because of the submission. He denies the submission. He denies my attempt to transition, and he gets me in the, I think it's armbar triangle. And this is exactly where you don't want to be, because submission. He's obviously submission offense is very good, and with Diaz, his submission threat is off the charts. As you can see, it's very close going into it, but thankfully the clock going down. And if I hadn't been saved by the bell, I believe he would have finished me. So that first round was a feeler out for me, just to see where my opponent's at. And my opponent is very good. He's mixing up his strikes. As you can see, he's throwing the jab hook, jab uppercut, elbow, head kick, clinch. Like, he was fighting a perfect fight, and now he's using the teep. He tries to take him to the ground. He got the drop last round, so he dominated the first round. I took a lot of damage, and I'm I'm not panicking, but I'm not feeling confident because Robert Whittaker just isn't feeling like he has the tools to come back from this at the moment. I need to dig deep and try turn it into a dogfight, because at the moment I'm trying to be technical and it's not really working because he's turned it into a dogfight. So this is a pivotal point in the fight where I'm thinking, do I now need to turn this into a scrap? Do I just need to risk it? Maybe get dropped a couple times in the process, but you know, I have the chance of me dropping him, which is thankfully what I do there. I risk it, I get the drop, I try to get on top to finish him, and then I throw one strike and I realise actually I don't really want to be here, so I get up. He's going for the takedowns again, and he manages to hit me with the uppercut that rocks me. Again, he's sneaking in those elbows, it's something I'm trying to be wary of. And again, now I'm trying to back off just to recover my health stats, but at this point in the fight I've pretty much accepted that, okay, I'm going to get dropped a lot, I'm going to get hurt a lot, and it's about surviving, going to war, and doing the best I can. So I see stamina's low there, because obviously he's offloading quite a bit, and he's doing serious amounts of damage. So although I've got the knockdown this round, he's stunned me twice, and I get another knockdown here, so 2 knockdowns. So at the moment this round is mine, and like I said, I've just accepted that I've got to try to do as much damage as possible. This is the fight it's going to be. I don't see it going the 5 rounds, so at the moment I am concerned about my stamina, because I know he's clinching, I know he's trying to work me to the ground, so I knew in my head that if it does turn into a dogfight like it is now, that he's going to look to take me to the ground if he's not winning these exchanges, and if I have low stamina, he's going to submit me fairly easy. So it was something I was cautious of, but I was trying to push at the pace, and as you can see, he does a very, very good job there rocking me, and then he does 4 or 5 blows to the body, which I should have uppercutted, but I was too worried about my block. And as you can see here, he's mixing in that spinning kick, he goes to the clinch twice, I'm against the fence where I don't want to be, he's sneaking in that elbow again, and here comes the clinch attempt, working me to the cage. And I mean, like I said, this fight style was annoying to play against, they're clinching to the cage and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's MMA, it's not just going to be stand up, and he's that's obviously his game plan, and he's executing it very well, so it's all credit to my opponent. So obviously I've got the 2 knockdowns, so I know I've done some damage to him, but he's rocking me more and more often with every strike he's throwing, so I'm trying to be wary. When he misses, I need to capitalise. So like there, he missed a strike, I tried to throw the big overhand to finish, but it didn't quite connect. He's throwing that spinning kick a lot, and it's something I was trying to take note of during the fight, was the strikes he was trying to throw often. So at this point in my head, I know he's throwing that spinning kick, he's trying to sneak in the elbow, he's throwing the uppercuts, he's clinching, he's shooting for takedowns, and this is a sign of a high level player, because he's using so many different aspects that it's hard for me to pinpoint how to win this fight. And now he's throwing in the hook kick, so he's mixing stuff up very well, and I'm not sure if he's a proficient player in using Diaz. I'm not sure if that's his go-to guy, but if it isn't, he's done a very good job, and even if it is, then he knows how to use him very well. I mean, this is what I say all the time to do in the later rounds, is clinch and push towards the cage, but just because I'm backed up against it, he's obviously doing that now, and it's working effectively because he can control the fight. So I've taken a lot of damage, I know he's taken a lot of damage, and right now we're seeing who has the grit, who can dig deep and get the finish. So I think for both of us right now, I've accepted that it's not going to go the 5 rounds, and I'm trying to hit him with big flurries where possible, because my head health's quite low, and I'm assuming his is as well, and he's been trying to work my body, so I'm trying to do some damage. And here, as you can see, he gets the elbow, he gets the knee, and it rocks me. Again, I'm against the fence, I'm trying to rotate out so he can't clinch me and push me towards it, but just because of how much head health I've lost, it's easy for him to drive me back towards the fence because I don't want to get hit, so I'm naturally walking backwards. So here, I can see the things I'm doing wrong, and I know the things I'm doing wrong mid-fight, so I'm trying to work on them, but my opponent's doing a very good job, and as you see, he takes my back here again. So my opponent's doing the right things, he's executing his game plan perfectly, and at this point it's leaving me with a lot of questions, and just from what I'm seeing, I know that I need to finish, because The second round, you could argue, was maybe mine because of the knockdowns. This round's definitely his, so he tries to finish me with the ground and pound here. Does a good job of it. A couple more strikes and I probably would have been finished. So in my head I know, okay, look, if I get up I'm going to look for the finish, or next time I'm going to look for the finish, and I'm going to try sway a punch and get a big punch off, or miss a kick and try to get a big punch off. So here I'm testing to see his submission defense. Obviously Robert Whittaker's submissions aren't great, but it's just attacking him. It's just to waste time on the clock because he's currently on top of me. So the more time I waste, the less time he's got to do damage. So like I said, if you feel like you're losing a fight, always throw in a submission just to show that you've got that submission threat. And even if you don't push it to the later stages in submission for more points, and also just to run down the clock, it's a very good tactic to use. So that's what I was doing to get through the round and just score some points on the scorecards. As you can see, I denied these transitions. He's trying to posture up, and I'm just seeing this round out now. So in my head, I could have won round 2, but that's not really important just because of the damage I've taken. So there's no point thinking about what rounds I've won, knowing that I'm now going into a round where I could potentially get knocked out. So I'm not thinking about the decision, and I know that I need to go for this round, because in the 5th round I reckon I'm going to be too tired to have a finishing shot. So my stamina's not in the bad position for round 4. I think he's maybe in a worse just because his stats are lower. So as you can see, it start off, I stun him, then I go for body shots, and he hits me with the cross. And look at that, I mean, that is beautiful. He's been doing that all fight, and I just about dodged my head. And if I didn't do that, the fight was 100% over. So here I know that I need to get a finish. He throws an axe kick now, which he hasn't thrown before. I throw the uppercut that catches him once, and I get the drop, and I don't want to get on top of him. And I know the uppercut caught him there, and I've seen that he's going to start leading with a jab more often. He's been doing it more often these rounds, so I know that slip uppercut's going to be there. As you can see, I'm slipping side to side, hit him with the hook, and then he's backing me up. I'm waiting because I want to throw this uppercut, slip, and then I hit him with a beautiful uppercut and get the knockout. So that's a fight I was getting dominated in. My opponent was very good. He was doing all the right things, and he deserved to win that fight. He could have got the finish, but luckily I survived several times. And that's what you've got to do in these fights. You've got to adapt. So I could see the uppercut was there in that round. I slipped, hit him with the uppercut, and got the finish. So yeah, it was a good fight overall. Like I said, the uppercut saved me because I was definitely losing that round. So the scorecards are going to come up now. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.